Opening round of the Valero Texas Open is in the bag. Now players prepare for day 2 at TPC San Antonio.
Welcome to PGA Tour Today, presented by MasterCard.
Don't mess with Texas. Players presented with some challenging conditions on a new course. Hello everyone, I'm Casey Black. Despite the 20-plus mile-per-hour wind gusts in the Lone Star State, Mac Jones managed to open up with a 6-under 66 heading into Friday. Minus the double bogey on his first hole, Jones went on to shoot 6 birdies, 1 eagle on the par 5 14th. The 30-year-old, who is looking for his first win on tour, has logged 4 top 10s so far this season. He's heading out to the 10th tee box, starting his second round at 1:50 local, 2:50 Eastern time. Jones will be grouped with Tom Gillis and Blake Adams. And Paul Stankowski is right there in contention at 5 under par. He shot an opening round 67, which included 6 birdies and only 1 bogey on the par 4 11th. He's tied for first in greens and regulation, hitting 15 of 18. Look for him to tee off in the afternoon on Friday around 2:10 Eastern. Joining him will be Aaron Badley, who is heading into round 2, 3 over par, and Jay Williamson, who is 1 over. And coming off a tie for 13th last week at the Players' Championship, J.B. Holmes is at 4 under par heading into round 2. The long hitter, who leads the field in driving distance, averaging more than 333 yards off the tee, is also tied for first in greens and regulation, hitting 15 of 18. On his way to his 68, Holmes carded 1 eagle on the par 5 18th, 3 birdies, and 1 bogey on the par 3 7th. Holmes is only one of a few players who birdied the par 4 4th. But it seems like the majority of the field wound up with bogeys or worse on that hole. Let's take a look at how the par 4 481-yard 4th hole played out after the opening round. There were more than 40 bogeys recorded on the day alone, nearly 20 double bogeys. Certainly was the hardest hole on the course, playing a little more than a half a stroke over par. Standing by at TPC San Antonio is Bob Stevens. He has more on what we can expect tomorrow. Bob?
Casey, the real fun in Friday's second round of the Valero Texas Open might come in the 2 drivable par 4s. Now, really only one of them is drivable each day because one of them is usually downwind and the other one is usually upwind. The 17th is one hole. This is the 5th. It's only 345 yards, only about 329 to the front of the green, and it's usually downwind. Guys have great chances to drive it up close to this green, except everything slopes off from right to left. A lot of guys will end up down in the trees and the brush at the natural area. Fortunately, I saw a bunch of guys scrape things out there, like Paul Stankowski actually got the weeds out of the way for some of the guys who will be playing on Friday. It's an eagle hole. It's a birdie hole. It's also a bogey hole, though, if you get it down there or if you fly it over the green. So all kinds of things can happen at this short, tantalizing par 4 5th hole. You can, of course, listen to coverage from end to end, noon until 6 Eastern on the PGA Tour Network, Sirius 209 and XM 146. Casey?
Thank you, Bob. You can watch the second round television coverage of the Valero Texas Open starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. But before you do that, head to PGATour.com starting at 1 o'clock Eastern to watch On the Tee Live. John Swantek, Brian Katrick, and myself will get you ready for second round coverage with exclusive highlights, interviews, instructions, analysis, live scoring, much more. On the Tee Live, 1 o'clock Eastern, only on PGATour.com.
PGA Tour Today is presented by MasterCard. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard, proud sponsor of the PGA Tour.